Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and today is definitely a sad day in my heart. So I got some news yesterday and went searching and found the Portland Tribune had reported this. Apparently a group of religious leaders, quote unquote, in Oregon are pushing a ballot initiative that will strip the citizenry of all semi-automatic weapons. Period. Now, I am currently looking at the legislation, and here in just a moment, I'll bring it up on the screen. But what I find so appalling is this is not going to be a from this point future type situation. This is going to be retroactive. And so all semi-automatic weapons will have to be turned in, destroyed, or leave the state. Unless, of course, you're military or law enforcement. And it's unclear as to whether or not retired law enforcement and former military will be allowed to keep these kind of weapons, because it doesn't really specify that in the documentation. So I'm assuming they won't, which means that when they leave the police force or leave active duty, they'll have to turn in their weapons or destroy them or sell them to a dealer, which is rather unusual considering the fact that they were just as responsible before they left as they are now. Anyhow, I am about to cut to a desktop view so that you can see the actual proposition, and we're going to discuss some of the salient points. And so here we are. Now, Section 1 and Section 2 are fairly simple. Section 2 is the one that actually discusses what we're going on here. The people of the state of Oregon find and declare that a reduction in the availability of assault weapons and large capacity ammunition magazines will promote the public health and safety of the residents of this state. So that is their whole point of this. Now, they define an assault weapon here in Section 3. And an assault weapon is any semi-automatic rifle that has the capacity to detach a magazine and any one of the following: a grip, such as a pistol grip, thumb hole stock, or any other type of stock that allow the individual to grip the weapon, resulting in a finger trigger hand that is additional to the trigger finger being directly below any portion of the action when firing the weapon. Any feature functioning as a protruding grip, a folding or telescoping stock, a shroud attached to the barrel that partially or completely encircles the barrel, a forward pistol grip, a flash suppressor, muzzle brake, or threaded barrel, bayonet lug, grenade launcher or flare launcher, a semi-automatic pistol or any semi-automatic centerfire or rimfire rifle with a fixed magazine that has a capacity to accept more than 10 rounds of ammunition, a semi-automatic centerfire rifle that has an overall length of less than 30 inches, a semi-automatic pistol that can accept detachable magazines and has at least one of the features, a protruding grip, a folding telescoping or thumbhole stock. I don't know how a pistol has a stock. A shroud attached to the barrel. Well, almost all of them have shrouds on semi-automatics. The capacity to accept a detachable box magazine in any location outside of the pistol grip. That's a new one for me. A threaded barrel. A semi-automatic shotgun that has both of the following: any grip of the weapon, including the pistol grip, thumbhole stock, or any other type of stock that would allow the individual to grip the weapon, resulting in any finger on the trigger hand, in addition to the trigger finger being directly below a portion of the action. A folding stock, a semi-automatic shotgun that has at least one of the following: a fixed magazine that exceeds 10 rounds, an ability to accept a detachable magazine, a shotgun with a revolving cylinder, a conversion kit, or any other part. Now, these things are pretty much standard options for most of your semi-automatic weapons. Now, here's where we really get into trouble. There will be no exclusion clause except for the armed forces and police. And right here it states Any person who, prior to the effective date of this law, was legally in possession of an assault weapon or large capacity magazine shall, within 120 days on the effective date of 2018 of this act, remove the assault weapon or magazine from the state, sell the assault weapon, ensure the assault weapon is no longer available to operate, surrender the assault weapon to law enforcement for destruction, or if you are military or law enforcement, get it registered. Afterwards, you can be charged with a crime, a Class B felony, for just having one of these things, which are legal in all the rest of the states. So, this is Oregon pushing itself into a communist utopia where they will disarm the citizenry. Now, I really don't know why people are still pushing this stuff, and I can't really say that I'm going to support this law. In fact, I'm going to push to have it shot down by the public. But I'm also stating this. If this law passes, I will have to vacate the state of Oregon. And it's not going to be pretty because I'm going to pack up everything and leave. And no, I'm not going to harm anyone. And no, I'm not going to do anything rash about this. I'm just simply going to leave. And I'm going to try to convince as many gun-loving, freedom-loving conservatives as I can to leave this state with me. And it will likely harm this state to no end because of this attempted push to strip people of their rights to own guns. The governor has already tried to strip people of their right to own guns and has pushed multiple points of legislation beyond reasonableness in an attempt to strip gun rights away. But this would utterly eradicate real effective gun rights in the state of Oregon, because it would effectively disarm the citizenry to the point that the government would no longer have to fear the citizenry. And then the government could do whatever they want. And that is kind of the exact opposite of what the Second Amendment was written for. Well, thank you all again for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or thumbs up and subscribe on BitChute. Also, don't forget you can find me at my social media sites, which are listed down below, where you will find all of my content plus additional interactions that I have with most of my users, followers, and subscribers. And I also post limited content on my Maker Support, Patreon, and Minds.com account, which you have to subscribe to me and help out by a small donation of $1 a month so that you can access this paid content. All of that money will go into bettering the channel and getting me better equipment and software so I can do more work for you guys. Thank you all, and have yourselves a great day.